meet my bride. Let's go for a ride in my newfangled automobile. Just where we will go, nobody knows, but it's sure a great way to feel. Behind the wheel of the Speed Meter Steel, it's my newfangled automobile.
Hello and welcome to Vintage Car History. I'm Wild Bill. Is it possible for a car to become sacred? Be it a specific car or a model or a particular make, can an automobile become so revered, so inviolate, and so iconic that it is actually worshipped? Well, I'm not suggesting that folks would take a car and make it a sacrificial altar, but there is a man who designed cars that many automotive purists consider to be sacred. The cars of W.O. Bentley. Walter Owen Bentley was born in London in 1888, the youngest of 9 children. His father, Alfred, was a successful businessman, and young Walter proved to be a tinkerer from an early age. He was 9 when he got himself a bicycle, and instead of just riding it, he disassembled it to understand how it worked, and he was able to put it back together. Though he could have pursued a career in the cycle business, his first real passion was trains. He left school at age 16 to apprentice at the Great Northern Railway and learned steam locomotives, his father paying for the opportunity. He spent 5 years there and built the foundation for a solid career. But by 1910, he discovered a new passion, motor vehicles, and left locomotives to pursue that industry. He began by spending a couple of years at King's College to do some engineering studies before establishing his first business, Bentley and Bentley, a partnership of Walter and his brother Horace. At first, the firm was a new car dealership selling smaller French make, Duro, Flandrin, and Barant, or DFP, but old W.O. didn't like the performance of the cars. He took a good look at the engine and decided to add aluminum pistons of his own design. This new configuration improved the cars significantly, gaining notable success at Brooklands. His company was, by 1914, more of an engine manufacturer than a car dealer, so when World War I came about, his company switched to making aircraft engines for the war effort. The use of aluminum made the engines lighter, which is a good thing for an airplane. Yet even during the war, Bentley was thinking about cars and wanted to be sure that, once this war ended, he would be ready to make them. His work in the war effort was considerable and was honored by the Crown for it, as well as receiving a significant grant after the war to support his next venture. And so, in late 1919, he founded Bentley Motors. He gathered a small group of automotive engineers he'd come to know, and by January of 1920 had produced the first drivable prototype, the Bentley 3-liter. The straight 4 engine had an overhead cam with 4 valves per cylinder, cutting edge at the time. Straight from the factory, they produced 70 horsepower with lots of torque, and with tuning, timing, and new cams, horsepower could be increased by as much as 60%. A 4-speed transmission brought the power to the wheels via a drive shaft, and everything, I mean everything on the car, was overbuilt. These cars, like many others selling to the luxury market, were sold in chassis form. Yet just the chassis weighed some 1,500 pounds due to it being so robust, and once you add another 1,500 or more in coachwork, you got a heavy car. Yet it's because the 3-liter was so robust that she could handle the weight with ease, a proven fact when the 3-liter won the 24-hour of Le Mans twice, in 1924 and 1927. The bulldog its way through anything reputation of the Bentley impressed the racing fans of the time. It's said that it was Ettore Bugatti who once quipped that Bentley made the fastest trucks in the world. This success in racing certainly helped to build the brand's reputation, but these were expensive cars, and the orders for cars didn't match the prestige. Financial trouble led him to sell off much of his stock. In 1927, ownership of the company passed to a fan and racer of cars, Wolf Barnado, who injected the money to keep Bentley designing and producing cars. W.O. kept designing, choosing to make the engines bigger and more robust to get more horsepower. The 4.5-liter came out that year, basically the 3-liter with the bore punched out. A 6.5-liter became available in 1928. In 1930, the last car to be designed by Bentley would be a 6-cylinder, 8-liter beast that calmly put out 220 horses. Now, the new ownership wanted to put superchargers on the cars, something that Bentley seriously objected to. Barnado pulled out in 1931, and due to their disagreements, the company went bankrupt. It was purchased by Rolls-Royce, and though Bentley did stay on as a consultant for a few years, he did not design any more cars, and himself left the company in 1935 to work for Lagonda and other British car makers until his retirement in the 1950s. W.O. Bentley was quite the purist with the cars that he made, and the W.O. Bentley cars of the 1920s and the few of the 1930s carry some of the finest racing pedigrees of any car of all time. And to own a Bentley designed and built by the man is, to the owners of such cars, something sacred. From the ashes of the Great War rose an automobile that demonstrated the British determination to win through stoutness of build and spirit. A sacred car. Thanks for watching Vintage Car History, and we'll see you next week. Peace.